Hey YouTube, it's me, Brianna. So, since the last time we talked, I have some exciting news. I am now an officially self-published author. My debut novel is Blood and Water. For those of you who have been following me the whole time, you probably already knew this. If you're fairly new around here, that might come as a surprise. But yeah, it's a pretty big deal. I've been working on that book for almost a year, so it's so rewarding to finally have it out there. And I just want to go ahead and give a huge thank you to everyone who's already read and reviewed it. Seriously, you guys, even if the only review you give is I really like this book, you don't know how big of a difference that makes and how much it means to me. So thank you so much for doing that. And probably at this point I could do an entirely different video just separate from this one with my gratitude and my undying love for all of you and for everyone who's bought the book and who's been supporting me. But I'm not going to do that because I promised you guys a nano video, so that's what today's video is going to be about. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is or what it's about, I recommend you go back and watch my last video, which covers some of the basics of NaNoWriMo as well as why I think everyone should participate. This video is going to be a little more in-depth than the other one, so if you don't have any background knowledge of it, you should go back and watch that now. So I'm filming this video on Saturday, October 30th, which means that NaNoWriMo is in 2 days. Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe it's come that fast because I feel like I just wrote my last Nano novel yesterday, so just wow. In this video, I hope to cover some things that I see that are more the sort of universal truths of Nano, in that they are things that I think apply to almost everyone participating in the challenge that I wish somebody had talked to me about before I started, because these are all things that I either had to learn the hard way or just things that, I don't know, that I would have liked some more information on. Truth number 1. Your novel is going to suck. Okay, let me explain. Although you may feel like you have the greatest idea for a novel in the written world, you are writing garbage. Since the goal of NaNoWriMo is to write a novel in 30 days, you aren't going to write the next literary masterpiece, friend. I got news for you. First drafts are garbage, just across the board. I've never met a single person who ended up sticking with their first draft through all the way through to publication, because it just doesn't happen that way. As you're writing, there are going to be scenes that you feel really good about, and there are going to be scenes that you want to put immediately in the dumpster. The point of NaNoWriMo is to not let the perfect be the enemy of the good and to get it down before you can get it fixed. After all, that's what December is for. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you're writing your novel this next month and it's torturous and you feel like everything you write is just garbage and filth and an utter disaster, you're not alone. And honestly, that's the way it's probably supposed to feel. But it's okay, because you don't have to publish what you're writing in November. You have plenty of time to tweak it and edit it before you send it out into the world, or before you shove it into the closet never to be seen again. Number 2. You are going to have to make some sacrifices. This universal truth is not a fun one, but it bears being stated. In order to write a novel in 30 days, you're going to have to rearrange your schedule to make writing a top priority. This might mean turning down a couple dinner invitations, or shutting yourself away from your friends and family in order to meet your daily word count. You know, you get the idea. If you want to write 50,000 words, you need to make the time to write 50,000 words. The time isn't just going to fall into your lap. You have to rearrange your schedule for it. And while this option might not be the most glamorous one in the short term, in the long run, when you have your finished manuscript in your hands, you'll be so thankful that you made the time to create it. As someone who's just published a novel that took her almost a year to write, you can trust me on this one. Number 3. Do not show your novel to anyone who will be anything less than completely supportive of your work. Yes, as writers, it's important that we learn to take criticism, but NaNoWriMo is not the time to take critiques. You need to get the words down as quickly as possible without stopping to edit or second guess yourself. The problem with showing other people your work is that they might make helpful suggestions like, so-and-so should be in a restaurant, not a ballpark, when your ballpark scene is 5,000 words long and you really don't have time to rewrite it. Personally, I recommend not showing anyone your nano novel except maybe in snippets built for social media. That way you can keep people updated on your progress and get some support from your followers without really invoking much criticism. Once again, that's what December is for! Number 4. Don't go it alone. Seriously guys, if you don't take anything else away from this video, do not do NaNoWriMo on your own. Unlike the Simon and Garfunkel song says, you are not a rock, and you are not an island. If you isolate yourself from other writers to write your novel, it's going to be a pretty lonely month. You're just going to feel like you're in it by yourself, and then no one cares about your progress, and why are you even writing the stupid novel? Because you can't write anything, and you just want to die. No, don't do that. I mean, heck, the NaNoWriMo website has a buddy capability. Like, you can go in and you can search someone's username and you can add them as your buddy so that you guys can keep track of other people's writing progress. How easy is that? If that's not enough support for you, there's also the NaNoWriMo forums, and there are different websites devoted to NaNoWriMo. There are blogs, there's Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, all that good stuff. There's literally no excuse for you to be alone for the entire month of November. I mean, like, alone in a professional sense, not alone in a romantic sense, because I'm not a dating coach and I cannot help you with that. Well, I'm just saying, maybe if you left the house more and stopped spending so much time at your job, well. Anyway, do not try to do NaNoWriMo without connecting to other writers, because you will be sad and discouraged and lonely, and I would hate that for any of you. So if nothing else, go ahead and add me as a buddy. I'm going to leave my username and information below, so you can go ahead and click that, and I'll add each and every one of you, because, like I said, no one should have to go it alone. Don't do it. If I catch you going it alone, I'm going to be really mad, and I'm going to come after you, and you do not want that. So that's about it for today's video. I want to thank you all again for watching, thumbs upping, subscribing, and all of that. Feel free to leave a comment below with your NaNoWriMo username and some information about your novel so I can add you guys and so I can learn more about your projects. Again, another huge thank you to everyone who's already purchased Blood and Water, and everyone who's also supporting me on Patreon. You guys are the best. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you next time! Okay, I forgot to say bye, but whatever. You know it's over. This video was not what I wanted it to be, and I'm so sorry.